Welcome everyone to the Real Whovians cast. I am your host, Matrixlord212, and I am with Phillip. What's up, Phillip?
Salute.
Okay. Salute with Capaldi and Cybermen, mothers.
Oh, fair enough. I like that one.
Checkmate. All right, so here's the thing. Yes, I'm answering a question that nobody's asked, but I am going to be investing money into this YouTube channel. I am going to be buying proper lighting because I know that the fucking thumbnails look like shit because it's a built-in camera. And I know people are complaining. So, yes, I will be buying a fucking YouTube nice fucking spotlight shit that can capture my elegance and masculinity.
Yeah, and I want to be able to see. I want to be able to see all the grey in your hair. So there you go.
Right, I'm glad you're looking at my gray hairs. So I'm going to be investing in a nice light. This is not even my camera. There's something wrong with my computer, so I'm going to try to get that camera reinstalled so you can actually have HD and it looks nice. This is like all grainy. I apologize. It's bothering your eyes, so I'm going to take care of that soon. Secondly, I covered it on the live stream, but I'll cover it for Phillip as well. Matrixlord212 works for a living, unfortunately, and sometimes that interferes with the YouTube world, which it has past 2 days because I haven't been able to pop out like 26 videos in a day, and I had to pop out like one video, and what happened was working overnight into the next day and then working tons of hours. When I got the source material, instead of being able to view it, watch it, digest it, scratch myself maybe, wait a few minutes, have coffee, sleep, then ponder, then podcast. I was like, video out. So here's the thing. We know in the past that the BBC go about things very strangely. Yes. They don't make announcements. They don't make official announcements. They let their lackeys do stuff for them, and then if they don't like the way it's done, they intervene, right? So they've been using Radio Times because Radio Times is like, oh, we'll talk. Radio Times has been talking for them, even though it's not officially. And then they tend to do lazy things like, try to send feelers out, add stuff so it causes a stir. This thing that was happening, stuff was added to the site without just showing the new year, like 2020, 2019, and adding all the old shit to it. So it was like a thread of just BBC, here's some shit added to this sandwich.
Yes.
And what happened is there was no, all right, it was nice. It wasn't organized properly. It wasn't proper color coding or channel specific or whatever. Everybody's likening, whatever the fuck it is. So they had to scroll, they had to look, they had to like magnify the shit because they could like, what? And then they're like, why is the Doctor Who Christmas special saying it's on New Year's? Like it was a whole bunch of stuff going on.
That's what threw me. Yeah.
Okay, well I'm gonna explain. Past couple of months, besides the chaos in Cardiff, special's gonna happen, right? We're going to say hypothetically, even though I know it's supposed to happen. And the BBC, through all these deals that have been going on, they want the damn special out Christmas. Okay? It's a Christmas special. Chibnall's like, no. And they're like, no, it's Christmas. Put it out Christmas. No. Every day. They ask him, no. So the BBC in their arrogance are like, it's a motherfucking Christmas special, but this bitch ain't coming out to New Year's, so they fucking embarrass. So they put shit out there on this friggin' shitty site, whatever. You want to know the real deal? You have to wait until Children in Need, when you get a nice trailer for Doctor Who, when you also get a nice little trailer for the BBC programming. You're going to have...
At the rate that we're not getting anything from Doctor Who, whether it be New York Comic Con or even September's Comic Con, we're not going to get even anything from Children in Need. Have you ever thought about that? But
we are getting a trailer. We're getting a trailer.
Are you certain?
I'm like 90%.
Okay. Just hang on to that 5% though. All right.
Well, 10%. I'll hang on to the 10.
Okay.
Here's the thing. I'm kind of hoping that we get something in October, but because I feel
Yeah,
I feel this is way too long, right? Without knowing
waiting.
it, way too long, right? But again, talking to my source from the BBC and him explaining to me the BBC way, they don't give a shit. They don't give a rat's ass. They have this ego about them. They don't want to say shit.
But does that mean then that when you say they don't give a shit, are you saying that they're trying to purposely let it die?
No, they don't give a shit as in people want to know. They're like, fuck them, let them wait.
Well, they have to because they're giving money.
They're under the impression they don't have to do shit. I'm telling you, this is what again, I kept saying, don't you guys think you need to make an announcement? Don't you guys think no? It's like, just like, no, because why should we? Why should we? Right? So it's like a thing. And then it comes out with Terrence Dix's funeral, and it's like, yeah, I think you guys should have fucking made an announcement because you look like fucking egg. They're like, well, and then it's like pondering, are they wrong? And they're like, no. So they don't care. They want, yes, they care. They want the show to be, whatever. But when it comes to making announcements, they're not that great at that stuff. They've never been that great. They pick and choose. The 50th they promoted a month before when they could have promoted it a year before or 6 months before. But yet Capaldi's first season they promote months ahead of time, which doesn't make any sense. So it's all about the whims and the attitude of the BBC, what the hell they want to do. If they like something a lot, they'll promote the shit out of it.
Well, that's what I'm saying to you then, because I don't think they're happy with how season 11, even though it got good views and stuff like that, I think they're saying to themselves, we shot ourselves in the foot, and it's not.
Why would they say that?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm not saying.
Well, let me explain this to you this way. You have Chibnall's Doctor Who, right? Gets millions of dollars from China. Never happened before. Never happened before. Got millions of dollars from China, which pushed the commission date from 2021 to 2023, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get millions of dollars from HBO Max, all Chibnall's era, right? So they're getting money like they've never had it before from Chibnall's era. Forget about if Series 11 sucked or not. They're getting millions, all right? How do you think from a business mentality they look at him that they're getting money like they've never gotten attention before?
It depends where that money's going into.
It's going to Doctor Who. But
what?
But well, not all of it. But the thing is, they're getting money. They've never had that before. They're getting flat out cash, right? So, are they really going to be critical that people didn't like Series 11 if they're getting all this attention from these businesses? No, they're going to be like, oh shit, he must be doing his job. We're getting tons of money, man. Keep going.
It's all very well getting money.
They gave him more power, Philip.
Power, fair enough. But if he's still going to churn out the same old shit that came out with Series 11, what's the point of giving him all that money for the same old rubbish?
It's a time dilation process. It's like you alter time, and it takes a long time to take into effect to get erased from existence. So in other words, they're getting all this money, he's filming shit, getting all this money, he's filming shit. Eventually, people are going to smell what's happening, not like it, and not watch it, okay? And then they're going to step in, or they're going to complain, or they're not going to give money.
I have a question about the money that's coming from abroad, right?
China.
Am I of the opinion that those people abroad are not very good, they don't really like time travel stuff and things of esoteric nature. So isn't Doctor Who a bit of a no-no for them? So how come they?
You want me to explain something I'm not really supposed to say?
Well, if you're not really supposed to say, no. What I'm trying to say is though, I thought that places like that were against that sort of like.
They totally were.
Huh?
They totally were.
What changed it? Come on, what changed it? Did 212,
All I know is a company that never could have time travel ever and never have ghosts and stuff with their culture. All of a sudden, overnight, Doctor Who is given millions of dollars.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
And all of a sudden, of course, that extends to Marvel Comics, and Endgame is time travel.
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, let's guess. Who watches Doctor Who and who likes Marvel Comics? I don't know, but I'm not going to say. But still working on the Ghostbusters. But anyway, yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm not dishing it.
I don't know.
It's a good thing. So
it is a good thing for Doctor Who. Maybe one day we'll find out.
Maybe that money being put aside for the new Doctor and a new regime.
It would be nice if one day we found out, and the person that's responsible for it standing next to like people. I'm like, yeah, I did it and stuff like that. You know, like next to showrunners and BBC and stuff. You know, so hopefully we find out one day who the American is that did that. But anyway,
okay, that's fine. Well, let's get back to the
right. Let's not get into that though. So
yeah.
Now the thing is though, this comes with limits because while they have a culture that has to do with that, there was the unexpected thing about the female doctor. Now, is that part of their culture that, you know, where they welcome that? Now, here's the thing. Also, recently, stuff has changed also, where you've had the female Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah. Right. From that was, what was it? Was it Korea or was it China that did it? I forgot who did it. And that was on HBO foreign channel, whatever it was. So I guess they're warming up to that too. But again, I think it's massive progress that one, you get a foreign country like, you know, China that's opening up to their culture and changing it. And all these companies, like Endgame would not be a record-breaking thing if China wouldn't allow them time travel stuff.
Understood.
So, and just think what happened to Suicide Squad because of spiritual stuff. They would not have that in China. And that would have helped them immensely. Just like Deadpool, that was in China. That would have did phenomenal, right? But certain things they don't want, right? So the fact that they're allowing stuff into that country is profitable to the BBC. It's profitable to America because America has stuff with time travel.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still not 100% with the spiritual ghost thing and stuff like that yet, but I'm sure in the future that will change.
Indeed.
But the thing is, too, you have to wonder if people giving you millions of dollars, don't they have say on something to do with Doctor Who? If they're giving,
but that's the thing, though. If they are allowed to give you X amount of money, but also have a say, how much difference in Doctor Who will they demand than what?
I don't know about demand, but the thing is, one thing I know about is that if somebody promises them something and they don't deliver, lawsuit city, right?
Yeah.
So if Chibnall's going to make a promise to put Doctor Who out every year and doesn't do it, this is the reason why the BBC's flipping out to get an extra episode special in 2019, so you could say, oh, look, they did 2 specials, but they're trying, you know, it's a brand new show. We like, you know, they have new showrunners, like whatever, and got to give them some time. Because if you put out like 1 special, it's not like they're really trying. But if you put out 2, maybe you could say, oh, look, you know, hang in there. We'll give it to you, you know? So
when you say 2 special, you talk about special 2019 as in special 2020.
Okay, what I'm saying 2 special is they gave us Doctor Who in 2018.
Yes.
Jodie Whittaker. And like I said, they strategically placed a special on New Year's Day so they could have one episode in 2019. So they could say they have Doctor Who every year as a technicality, even though it's not a full series.
Yes, I get that.
So I would be questioned in court, like, you promised Doctor Who every year. Oh, yeah, here it is, look. But that's not a whole series. I don't know what you're talking about. You said Doctor Who every year. Look, there's a special look. So I knew when they did that special, it wasn't because Chibnall loves the holiday stuff. It's because they strategically placed 2019 knowing that it may not come out in 2019, the next series. And that's why they want to put another special out, because they want to, like, show if they're making progress, they're making effort.
Yeah.
Series 12 will not come out in January at all, because the problem is that, and again, this is, just think for a second. It's not that they're not going to come and explain everything to you.
No, of course not.
They are not going to say why they didn't go to Comic-Con. Anybody that's waiting for an explanation of why the BBC ain't going to Comic-Con, you're not going to get it. So you got to read between the lines. So the thing is, the BBC basically are just going to do what they're going to do. And they want basically a special. It's going to happen in 2020, because if they put out Series 12 in January, it will be finished by March.
Exactly. Too short a term.
Okay. Then what do you think people are going to say after it's over?
Oh, when are we going to get Doctor Who? What, in 2021?
Exactly. They're thinking about, when are we getting it, right?
Yeah.
And the problem is you're not getting it for a while. So if you put it out too early, it's a longer wait for you for the next series.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because you have to think about this. Are they filming the same exact time that they did last time? No, they are not. They're not filming in January. And the previous year before that, I think they were November, right? They started filming. So they're behind. They're not. In other words, what my source said is they are filming, if they are lucky, the last week of February, right? Which is a whole month and a couple of weeks later, right? Basically, or what from the last time? If we're led to believe they're on the last block 6. That's another different animal entirely. Because what I heard, like, is if they're filming a special now, it's not the special I'm talking about. It's a special after the series, which can try to tide you over, just like Resolution was.
Okay.
All right. Let me clarify for you.
Oh, no, I know what you're saying. I'll take that for now. I'll take that.
Okay. Here's the thing. If they film, and this is an if, because this is not definite, actually. Here's the thing. If they're going to keep all the companions, right? You're going to keep everybody, right? Who's the busiest?
Obviously, Bradley Walsh.
Okay. What does he do?
He's a game show host, and also he does other things. He also does serious programs as well.
Correct.
He acts as well. He's an actor as well.
Okay. And of course, after filming 10 months, they're going to get a break. There's no way they're going to go right into it. Jodie's going to have a break. Maybe we should do a movie. Mandip Gill, Tossin Cole, right? Tossin Cole, I guess, is choosing to do convention circuits, I guess, for a little bit or something like that.
He's on the books for that. Yes.
Yes, because he's going to start making money doing that, but he's not doing series. Okay. So now someone said to me something about filming. I think he was behind filming 3 episodes of The Chase, not that he was ahead. I know that he's going to be filming on his break to Chase, and he's doing that other show with his son and whatever, right?
That's right, yeah.
That's if he's coming back. We don't know what happens in Series 12.
Well, going back to Tossin Cole, you say, right, that there are things that makes you think that he's no longer a part of the entourage, because yes, he's done his. You once said that he's done his film and he's all wrapped up.
Who?
And Tossin Cole. And also, he's doing convention things. You only do convention things if you're no longer filming.
Well,
you've done your bit.
I didn't say he was totally out of the picture. I was talking about Bradley Walsh. I didn't say Tossin Cole. Toss and Cole, I mean, here's the thing. One, we don't know if they're going to be the same companions. Two, what did Moffat say? He made a mistake. He made a mistake Series 8 and Series 9 because he kept it exactly the same. The Doctor and Clara, same old, right? Didn't add a new companion to it. Didn't have multiple companions. Didn't change it up. It was the same shit, right? Chibnall's going to do what he wants, obviously, right? But you're going to have 3 series with the same exact companions and no difference. That's going to be, look, you need some change sometimes. You know, the audience, you know, if hopefully Series 12 is not the same as Series 11, where I'm talking carbon copy one-offs. Like, in other words, the Cyberman is not connected to a story arc. It's a one-off. Everything is detached. That's the problem where it's not going to work if it's attached. Because with Moffat, you had a theme, you had emotional music behind it, you had dramatic trailers behind it, you had minisodes, you had a build-up, a story arc, loss, gain, whatever dramatic stuff, all emotions put into it. With Chibnall, it's like you could just pick up any episode and that's fine, but there's no connection, there's no emotion, there's no nothing. It's like, oh, where are we going today, Doc? And it's not. There's no sense of urgency, no sense of anything big happening in the season. It's just like, end of the day, the companions are there. Let's go next. There's no like Peter Capaldi's Doctor went blind. Oh my God, you know, Bill.
I know what you're saying. I know
got
exactly what you're saying.
spliced up into a Cyberman. Rory died. Oh, Amy forgot him. Oh shit, like Rivers shot him. You know, it's like there's no emotional at all. Like the Doctor's dying. The Doctor saw something in his room. There is nothing. It's just plain.
There's no tension to.
There's no spice to it. There's no
subtext. Yeah.
It's just like the Doctor talks to a frog today. Okay. The Doctor goes in the mud people. Okay. The handkerchief monster wants to wipe her nose. Okay, and say time up. There's nothing going on. So like it's forgettable. That's what I'm trying. What did the Doctor say in Asylum of Daleks to Amy about the Daleks? Make them remember you, right? Make stuff stand out. Remember something. Like make them see. Chibnall is not making us remember him. He's not doing anything in the Doctor that's making her dramatic. Are we supposed to remember that Tim Shaw appeared twice? No. Why? Because he sucks. That's why. He sucks. They never built him up where they said he was doing this, he cheated, right? Did we see afterwards his whole race condemning him, punishing him, showing him where they'd be pissing him off? Maybe they show his fist clenched. Maybe they show water coming from his teeth. Maybe they show anger that they're yelling at him that he got schooled and got his ass kicked by the Doctor and disgraced. Did they show any of that trauma happening to him what got him mad? No. They just pick up, he's a senior citizen, friggin' alien, 3,000 years old. He's mad, and he's walking like crawling to them, and we're supposed to be scared that like you got an alien coming at you, that basically you could run, even if you had a walker.
And if he's a representation of the Stenza, that's wasted whole worlds.
And that's another thing too. The storyline is just absurd that Chibnall had with the Stenza. How the Doctor regenerates, right? All of a sudden, that the Doctor is always being sent by the TARDIS where he needs to go, right? But yet, for some mysterious reason, this race took over 6 galaxies, and she had no idea. Like that instantly. Then they decided, oh, hey, let's copy and paste the Stolen Earth storyline with Doctor Who and turn the planets into egg things or some shit. Be like, wait, what? What's that? So he really, either he's on crack when he decides to steal that storyline, or he just doesn't know how to make a story arc or a big thing. He's only used to doing one. And that's the thing you got a question too. Whenever he worked for Doctor Who, he always did an episode, right? So has he ever had the skill to be in a series of sci-fi to write a damn story arc that could last the season? No. Can he adapt? I don't know.
I still have a problem with the Doctor using the Stenza crystal to be a part of the Sonic's power resource.
Right.
Why are you using a Stenza crystal to? I know she had to make it from scratch on Earth, and that shouldn't really be possible anyway, because Sonic, a Time Lord technology you can't make on Earth, to be honest. It's ridiculous. But even still, and then you've got the interior of the TARDIS made of the same kind of crystalline material, and it's like, that could have been easily hijacked by the Stenza and used for their own goods.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of crystal. That's my bit about it anyway.
My thing is, look, as much as I think Graham's my favorite companion of the three, right?
Yeah.
I definitely think that they need to change it up. I think that Ryan is useless. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do with him. And Yaz, what did she get? Interesting in resolution? Well, it's too late. Like all of a sudden now she knows how to be a cop. So like, unless you do something dramatically fast with Yaz, I'm done with Yaz. I don't want to have tea with Yaz. No. So I would dump them all, keep Bradley or whatever, but we need to change it up. And this whole, the Doctor's close with Yaz. For some reason, the Doctor has a fascination with Yaz. Why don't we find out what that fascination is? Why don't we just have them together as a companion, just her and her, and then nobody else, and see how they bump off each other, like, you know, bounce off each other. I don't even know if the chemistry is there either as a cool companion dynamic. But
yeah.
I think Chibnall needs to do something differently than Moffat. I think he needs to look back. I think Martha Jones definitely needs to show up, or like somebody else needs to show up, because like how could like all these people be around and nobody wants to grab the Doctor and talk to the Doctor? Like, you know, if Martha Jones is working with Mickey, why can't she show up? Why can't Unit show up? Like, why are we trying to go out of our way to keep these people out? You know, and then Russell T Davies getting permission from Chibnall to make it canon that Harriet Jones is alive still. Well, why isn't she showing up there? You know, obviously to make that much of an effort for one character to survive, why isn't she in the show? Why are we making like this big thing? So, you know, this Tegan Javette. Well, I mean, people should pop in. And is it going to cost that much money to add them into the script? They shouldn't be. I mean, they're making a cameo or they're appearing. Like, what's the big deal?
Exactly. I mean,
it's just so ridiculous that he has 1 million companions in the same area, and nobody wants to come and say hi. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
You know, but I think that Chibnall needs to, you know, and that's another thing too. You're the showrunner, right? If I'm in charge of Doctor Who, I should be able to do whatever I want to do. Meaning, if I want to resolve a Moffat freaking plot hole, I can do that in 5 minutes, right? Without any, I don't care. Like stuff, because again, when Moffat really wanted to do shit, he didn't care. He got maybe Russell T Davies a little mad about stuff, but like he did whatever he wanted, right? So I want to do Weeping Angels, I'm do Weeping Angels. If I'm going to do whatever, I'm going to do whatever. You know, if I want to, that's the whole thing. It's like there should be no restrictions. For whatever reason, they do have one restriction, and that is they could not say somebody had power to Russell T Davies, said no to Russell T Davies, that they were over him saying that he cannot say that woman from Gallifrey was the Doctor's mother. He was not allowed to say that. So it's like, oh shit, who's this mystery person that said no to Russell T Davies? So who the hell is this guy? So somebody has saying something, but you know,
yeah,
I do feel that. Are you interested? You're not interested with Doctor Who right now.
Right now, it's only because there's nothing going on about it, and there's no kind of draw for me. Right.
How about start a storyline in the beginning of the season that they could show clips from last season where subtle hints that something is wrong with the Doctor, that she's dying or something, like the Sinundrum conundrum. Oh, you have this problem. What problem? Oh, let's go down the airlock. Like they should keep brushing shit off. Something happened to her. something's wrong with her. She has like a degenerative, something's wrong to do. Okay, here's the thing, right? She, whatever, held the regeneration energy back way too long. That's going to cause some type of damage to something, okay? Something's wrong with her, okay? Her body was weaker when she encountered that mind thing than it ordinarily wouldn't have been, right? In Kerblam, they scanned her. Something's wrong with her. Something's wrong with her. Say what's wrong with her. Why aren't we seeing that manifest? Why don't we see what's happening? Is it in her brain? Because if it's in her brain, that could be what causes the Valuard. You know, something, whatever. I mean, something's wrong. So could you still regenerate? If you can, does it carry? I mean, is something could be cured? Like, what's going to happen? Are you going to die? Are you going to act erratic? Like, is your emotions going to make you choke out companions like Colin Baker? Like, Six Doctor, what is wrong with the doctor, first of all? Because the doctor told the doctor something's wrong with her, and she brushed him off. What's wrong with her? That's one thing. That's your story right there.
Yeah.
Do something with that. 2, do something from the fallout of Resolution. Do something where, how dare you throw one of our Daleks out the airlock, right? How about we're going to blow your ass up? Like, honestly.
You know what? That's a good point. There's nothing bombastic about Doctor Who at present in the season. You need something really, like how you said it with Russell T Davies. Most of his stories had big, bombastic storyline going through it, and then you got a payoff for them. There's no payoff anymore. It's very quiet and just one level.
What I would love for them to do is, so many years it's either Davros is in charge or he's not in charge. They treat him like a pet. He's the creator. He's the legendary. He's shit, right? And then they created this new thing with Moffat where he has a fucking bodyguard that's a snake guy. It's like, what the fuck is that, right? So, like, and then, like, you know, you have the Medusa Cascade people, and then he just fucking strolls in, like, fuck you and your security, I'll kick your ass, right? Davros has got a message. So, like, everybody knows about everybody. So you have the Jadun working for the Medusa Cascade that are fucking scared of Davros and the Daleks. So they ain't really cops. They suck ass, right? Like, that's the biggest threat. They're like, shit, right? Let's emphasize that a little bit, okay? Let's emphasize that shit. Davros, let's explain what the fuck happened last time, okay? What the hell happened with that regeneration energy, okay?
That's a good point, you know.
These Daleks were regenerated. He was regenerated. So I expect Davros to show up fucking walking and everything else. Because why would the fucking regeneration energy says, all right, we're going to make you younger, but we can't heal your legs? Bullshit. Bullshit. When you regenerate, you fucking regenerate. So maybe it takes a couple hours to kick in his regeneration cycle. Davros should be walking fucking around. He should be in his fucking 20s. Let's go. Let's go. The other Daleks, I don't know what the hell you can regenerate with them or whatever, but, like, obviously we need to see what's happening, right? That's what I want to see. I want to see a young Davros having emotions, pissed off, more anger than ever before, that you just took a Dalek and threw it outside into the sun or whatever. I'd be a little angry, you know?
But how much more effective would a humanoid Davros be against a crippled Davros? How much more?
What could he do?
Yeah,
he could grab her by the fucking throat, basically, and hold her up like this, like fucking Darth Vader, like whatever. You could. He don't give a shit. You don't give a shit about you're a man, you're a woman. You know, you have to think about this for a second, right? I understand they had banter and they talk, right?
Yeah.
But if you're Davros, this fucking person has fucked with you every single time. This person has ruined every single plan you had, messed up your creation every single time. Would you be a little bit angry? at the
Oh, yeah,
doctor
of course.
instead of just having a conversation? Wouldn't you have like pure fucking hatred? Like pure hatred? Like pure. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
one minute he's screaming at the top of his lungs, I name you! Right? Then you're talking to him. You know? Like
Would you
he
like a
named
cup of tea?
you, I name you. You screwed me over, I name you. What does that mean? I don't know, but you'll find out in a couple of years. I name you, right? So obviously he should be pissed. Just like Stolen Earth, I'm gonna blow up everybody. What do you mean? Everything.
Hmm.
Bees, everybody. Daleks too. I want everything gone. I'm not destroying one universe. I'm destroying every universe. It's like, what? Yeah, that pissed. Remember how pissed he got to that point? He was that pissed, right?
Yeah.
Now he's not that pissed anymore because he was dying, and I don't know why the doctor gave him regeneration energy, but okay. But he should be pissed or something. And
Yeah.
then you got to explain, well, did the doctor alter the fucking timeline by saving the kid? Did he prevent Davros from fucking becoming Davros? Like, what the fuck happened with that?
No, that just solidified the fact that he had to become Davros, because
No, but I mean, by
that,
him saving him, did he
no, but if he
prevent him
didn't,
from...
if he didn't save the boy, there wouldn't be a Davros.
Okay, so he had to do that. So it wasn't like, oh, he's altering the timeline.
It's established timeline. It has
So in
to
other
be
words, that's not how he lost his legs because all that stuff that happened. He lost his legs some other way.
well, yeah, some other way. That was during the war. That's during the war itself, the war against the farm. So that's
I just think, look, you can't have somebody hate somebody, but then all of a sudden just talk to them to death. There's got to be some type of there's got to be like a moment where he just wants to grab the doctor by her throat. Like, I mean, come on, man. You mean to tell me he's gonna be happy about that? No, no.
Let's not forget the doctor pulled him out of his life support chair and dumped him on the ground and used his chair.
Exactly.
So you can't really do that. Because by rights, that would have killed Davros. Because Davros depends upon that chair for his life support. You can't just pull him out of it.
And just think about the Cybermen too. They know now that the doctor erased their memory banks of him. They're pissed. Just like the Daleks are pissed too. They're like, oh shit. You really, Mr. Clever and everything, looking in his brain, they're not freaking happy at all. They should not, even though they don't have emotions, they just can't stand him. Like, they should really be cunning for him, pissed at him, whatever. So you have to show all these decades of buildup of anger and hatred towards the doctor's actions, where they just start like really going at her. Like, why wouldn't you just go at her? So what if you lose a couple of cyber ships? Why wouldn't they just go after her? Like everybody. Why wouldn't they be looking for her? She's free range, go everywhere they want. Oh, they're not going to bother her? That's a little ridiculous.
Because she's a woman. They can't hit women.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Doesn't make any sense.
Well, at the end of the day, right, I mean, we've got a new season coming up, hopefully sooner rather than later. We'll see what they give us this time with her.
Listen, if I was doing it, right, start action-packed the moment it starts. You don't even know what's happening, but you don't have time to process. You're seeing like people get shot at, different things. It ties into the story. You have a character that's for so many millennia, whatever the hell, has been just feeding these people. Yeah. There's got to be a certain point in time where everybody is like hunting him like a damn bounty hunter or something, hunting her. It's got to show the effect like of all her actions. She's got to be hunted in certain parts of the galaxy. She's got to be whatever. Like, you know, they can't do what they have to do because she keeps interfering.
Yeah, but in a way, they've already done this with Pandorica, didn't they?
No, but that was a trap. That wasn't like, you know, they tricked him into putting him in there. But that was when they were working together as a unit. But we never even found out why they got together as a unit. Was it because of the Ballard? Was it because of Madame Gravarian? Like what? Like who got them together? Who was like, hey man, you guys are gonna work together? Like they never explained that.
No, and it's kind of like a bit of a grain of salt that all those different races would bound together over one person.
Somebody brought them together. Who's the person that brought them together?
The Black Guardian.
Maybe the Black Guardian shows up this season.
With a bird on his head. Yeah, why not?
Well, somebody looked like they look like two weird characters, right? On the 7th.
Mm-hmm.
So, listen, I just want Doctor Who to be big again. And Shivno is not. He talks about like family. You don't got that. You don't.
I hate that aspect of her Doctor when she talks like that. It's
I think it's offensive to call them companions. Why? Because Moffat started that shit. You don't want to call them companions. Associate this. Shut up. Companion. They're a companion. Come on.
They're companions. Yeah, assistants, companions. You know, not fam. Come on, fam. Let's go travel the TARDIS. No.
You know what? There was an interesting that happened in the Battle of Ranskor Av Kolos.
Yes. Best
part of that was when that interaction between Bradley Walsh and Jodie Whittaker, where that was like, I'm gonna kill him, and she's like, then I'm done with you. Oh well, like in other words, I don't give a shit if you're done with me. I'm doing what I want, and it was like, you know, and it's a situation where imagine that happens. Imagine if the companion crossed the line like Adam did, but only on a bigger scale. Adam was just like, I don't even count him as a companion. He was just
he was just pitching child, but yeah.
And I don't think he's counted as companion because like he's just there, just went with them somewhere, right? Just like you wouldn't count the people from under the lake before the flood as companions because they traveled with Capaldi. They're not counted as companions, right? Although they could have been. But I really feel that basically that moment was a huge, memorable moment. And imagine if a heartbreaker that the Doctor lays out her standards and Graham breaks it, and then she's like, in front of everybody, all right, you're home now, Graham. Have a nice day. Like a companion screwing up is something we haven't really seen where they get dumped by the Doctor because they just totally went against him. Like totally. And just it would be like, oh, you know. Yeah. Or an episode where the companion, they've hinted at doing something like this, but the companion has to, like, because of their own morals and their own thing, feel that the Doctor's totally wrong. Whether the Doctor be right or wrong, like they're at odds with each other. And it could be like, you know, the companion knows the Doctor and knows that they're going to screw something up that's connected to them. And they can allow that. Like, what if a family member of Yaz is a villain and the Doctor has to stop the family member? And Yaz loves that family member, and Yaz doesn't give a shit that that person's a villain. Like, she flat out go to stop the Doctor. Like, we need to have some type of conflict. You know? So we almost had that with Amy in the West episode where she almost turned on the Doctor, pulling a gun on him for, like, you can't do this, you can't do that. But it was really little. It wasn't really a big deal. They didn't make a big deal. They silenced that already. There was no conflict. That was done before it started. But we need some type of conflict. But anyway, I'm rambling on. I know. All right, guys.
We're just chewing the breeze. But yeah. So,
we're going to get out of here. But anything happens with Doctor Who, I will make sure, because I think I looked like a sweating pig that day. That video. Water dripping from me. I looked like dog-faced gremlin. I do admit that. So while I can't have my own makeup a person, I'll try to make myself presentable for you guys next time. I'll make sure that I don't just pop out a video and be like, relax on my coffee and be like, okay, let's go over the news today. It's like, all right.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Take care. Bye for now.
Ciao.